I'm Hari Berzins, and this is the Community Show. This month, we will meet Shirleyann Burgess and learn about the Floyd Yoga Jam. On Labor Day weekend, they had their 6th annual Floyd Yoga Jam with the theme of connection. This event happens every Labor Day weekend, and tickets for next year's festival go on sale in November. We'll also get a peek into the annual Harvest Festival at Blue Mountain School. And lastly, we'll learn a bit of Floyd history as we join the students of Harris Hart Elementary School for their annual class reunion. Thanks for watching the Community Show, and enjoy.
I'm Shirleyann Burgess, and I'm one of the co-owners of Floyd Yoga Jam. Laura Kwan is the other owner, Dancing Bikinis. This is the Floyd Yoga Jam. This is our 6th year, and the theme this year is connection. This is wouldn't happen without our community of Floyd, so we're really happy that so many people come together, so many diverse people to make the magic, create this magic on this magical land. This festival wouldn't happen if it hadn't been for Mike Turman and his family. They approached us back in 2011 asking if we were ready yet to look at the land that they had. Finally, thinking with this festival coming up, we started looking at land, and he offered this up. He built this land around the festival. This land goes back to his father, who was a sharecropper who lived in an old cabin back here many years ago, and he bought the land back back into the family. Probably now it's been maybe 15, 20 years. They move out of the lodge when we come here, and they just let us take it over and put our artists in there. This land is very magical. It has a beautiful creek, Greasy Creek, running through it and flowing. I think that adds to why the festival is such a success, is having flowing water. It keeps reminding us of how things, how they flow, and if they get dammed up, and how things don't work as well. So that flow is just beautiful. And then we have Apple Ridge, who comes out and works with the kids in the stream, counting the bugs and showing them how to keep streams healthy. So it's so connecting, and that's, with that theme, connection, it comes back to us time after time. It's just such an important piece. There's so much going on in our world today. We thought what we see a lot of when people come together at our festival, Floyd Yoga Jam, is what we see, people connecting. People come out here to relax, to get away from their phones, computers, and turn off the news for a while, be together. I mean, we're human beings being together, and being together is one of the reasons we're here on this earth. We have many events scheduled. It's very kid-friendly, so we have a kids' village with yoga classes and nature walks and drumming circles for them. There's also a lot of arts and crafts. We have yoga classes throughout the day, beginning with meditation at 7 a.m. and ending around 8 p.m. that night. We have kirtan, which is devotional music that happens in the yoga tents also, so there's a lot of chanting for good things in the world. Also, then we have diverse music in the evening, so we have anything from bluegrass all the way up to hip-hop. Some of our headliners this year, MC Yogi, he's pretty well-known in the yogi world. He's going to do one concert, one class, one love for the festival. He'll be in on Friday. And then we have Elephant Revival, a bluegrass band that's from Colorado. They'll be coming in on Saturday, and they'll be our headliner for Saturday night. There are just so many teachers. It's not to be missed. Anything from acro yoga to restorative yoga. The yoga studios, we have signed up 17 yoga studios this year. Most are from the up and down the East Coast. Anywhere from Florida, we have a yoga studio from Florida, one from New York City, and then everything in between. When the yoga studios come out, they have booked already 11 people to come with them from their studios, and they set up as a tribe out in the valley. It's just an excellent way for them to connect and then also grow their community by being here at the Yoga Jam. Food, we have everything from something vegan and gluten-free to the meat eaters, lovers of meat. It's all here. That's one of our mission statements, is to bring in diversity so that we can serve all human beings as human beings, not as something separate. We couldn't do this festival without the community of Floyd. About 60% of our volunteers are from the Floyd area, and they come out and they, create this magic out here. They spend hours and hours helping put up the tents and creating the ambiance and painting signs. It's just a lovely, lovely connection with our community. We have Plenty, who's part of the community. They will be doing our parking this year, so all your donations at the front gate towards parking will go towards them. We also have Environmental Scavengers, who is the nonprofit running our beer garden. We have a wonderful vendor that we approached. She's an artist down in Troutville, Virginia, and she agreed to come up and do this lovely Ganesha, which is an elephant. And Ganesha is a symbol of removing things in our lives that are an obstacle. It's just a symbolism of that, to remove that and turn it into something beautiful. And that's exactly what she's doing with the scrim. She's turning this plain blank slate into something very beautiful. Her paintings over here on the wall, the original, and then she's transferring that onto this beautiful piece of fabric that will be the backdrop of the stage. And when the lights hit it, it will just light up the world.
And then on three, we'll all share a big thank you. 1, 2, 3. Thank you!
My name is Deighan, and I'm the art teacher here at Blue Mountain School, and we are celebrating our Harvest Festival today. Every year we come together on this day, which is the fall equinox, to celebrate the abundance of the harvest that comes at this time, and to celebrate the equinox, where the day and the night are of equal lengths, and we celebrate the balance that comes with that. One of our school values is relationship and balance. So the equinox is a perfect time to celebrate that balance within ourselves, balance in nature, balance in the community, and to build relationships. We invite family and friends to come to our festival, and we make popcorn and press apples to make cider. We have a slack line for the kids to explore physical balance on, and we are making prayer flags today to send some of our hopes and dreams into the fall wind, things that we hope for ourselves and each other in the community. It's a fun time that we come together to have fun and to play, and we do a food drive for the local food bank, Plenty, in our community, so we help support the community while coming together and enjoying the abundance of this time of year.
My name is Frances Vaughn Boulden, and I organized this Harris Hart Elementary reunion because we were the only black elementary school in the county of Floyd. With the help of my cousin Roselle Clater McDaniel, she helped me, and we have, I think, 50 or 60 people here today. How many do we have? Do you know?
Probably 60 or more.
60 or more. So this is my second one. The first one we had was in 2014, and everybody had such a good response and thought it was the greatest thing, because you never hear of an elementary school class reunion. You always hear the high school class reunion. So I'll be doing this again in the next year or so if everyone is willing to come out and participate. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I just enjoyed having all the people together that we grew up with as kids. I could not have done it without this lady right here, my cousin Roselle. I mean, she's been a godsend. And so most of the people are still in Floyd, which helped because they could always go to her and give her the money or find out what was going on, know. So, like I said, I couldn't have done it without Roselle, and I really am thankful for her to help me out.
And how did you get the word out to people? Like you said, someone came from California.
I put it out on Facebook. I'm friends with a lot on Facebook, and told them to do word of mouth for people that did not have Facebook. Roselle, her daughter, printed up some flyers, and we passed them out at church, and she did that down here, and that's how we got it going. And this year, like I said, we got a young lady from California who was the one that came the furthest, and this is her first time here. The one that came the furthest, and I think I know who it is. The one that came the furthest for this event. I think it's June. Yes, she came from California. A guy that came. Barbara, can you come get this baby, please? The oldest.
Moment of truth here. Come on, y'all.
Well, I know, so I'm gonna raise my hand. Okay, so the four of you stand up. Frances, you were with her. I was the oldest woman and the oldest man. The oldest woman and the oldest man.
What age you say you know best?
You're 82. You're already 82, Pat. Okay. Okay. Pat and Grant get it for the oldest man and woman. Okay, you're the oldest guy. You don't have to be 82. You're the oldest guy. Well, Sam, you got two kids.
Francis, you just be quiet. You messed up the number.
You're oldest. But our sister chose your number, so you ain't got nothing to worry about. Come to that. Have a seat, Francis.
Was this school reunion, the whole school. Everybody went to her, so there was a big old two-story building over there where they got the administration building, and that's where we went. And they had a partition in the wall that's allowed to separate the rooms. Big old coal stove on the floor. It was cold and running time. And we rode a school bus. 7 8 miles we had to ride to school. It was a cold bus, and they really didn't close school that much for snow because they didn't go on any back roads, and sometimes the road they went on got hung up in the snowdrift. The boy would get out and they'd push the bus out. And everybody carried lunch mostly. Apple butter biscuits. People helping people, I guess most of the day. And we had to walk out in the cold snow. They didn't close school. They had to cross the creek about 3 times. The creek would have rocks rolled. You would slip in and get your feet wet, but you still went to school. I didn't graduate. When we got 16, we had to come out. That was the law back out in the house. Girls would stay and we had to go to work. So when I got 16, I had to go to work. But you didn't have to go to quit, but it did depend on your family. If your family could afford for you to go or something. Most boys when you got 16, they were leaving school. But you could make it back then. You could get a job. You didn't need high school and all that stuff to get a job. If you worked, they'd hire you.
So you graduated, or you stopped going to school at 16 and you went to work. What did you start doing?
Working on the farm. Most of the people work 10 cents an hour, would you believe?
10 cents an hour?
First job I got, I guess I got out of school, I went to Rome. Worked on, put a sewer line down to the Baltimore Hospital. I worked 75 cents an hour. I thought I was making.
Well, compared to 10 cents, yeah.
I bring home about $35 maybe, so, but you didn't get to keep it. Then I went to service when I was about 19, I'm making $62 a month.
So you had to give up your money.
So you had to break the money out and you gave it up for the rest of it. It's on trip, so.
To contribute to the family.
Yeah, it's about. Just didn't, well, it wasn't a whole lot of money. It wasn't nowhere to go. People didn't care so much about money. They didn't spend it, they had it. Nobody cared about you. But it wasn't like now. You gotta have it now. Like we didn't have no cars and nothing to go nowhere, so we stayed at home. TVs and all this stuff.
And what was it like when you stayed at home? What did you do for fun? Fight?
I don't know, we'd always do something. We'd go to the woods, climb trees, throw rocks at each other, apples at each other. Most of the time we had to cut wood, carry water. Coming from school, we always found something to entertain with. Hey, you could make your own stuff. Like I did, we go cut a palm tree or something down, make us a wagon out of it, and make sleds and things, and back tires up and down the road or whatever. There was always something to do,
Yeah.
Now you got TV in every room, 2 or 3 automobiles, and plenty of clothes, and plenty of food. There's a lot of difference there. You want it, I've always enjoyed life. I never had a problem with life myself. Whatever was there. 3 years in the Army.
What was your job in the Army?
I was in transportation. I spent all my time in Japan. I was the basic training. I went to Japan and I came back. I was out.
You came back from Japan to Floyd? Yeah. I bet that was a experience.
Back in Japan wasn't that much, ways more than Floyd back then. They hadn't that much over there. That was in the 50s. So really, I've never wanted to live in a world with Floyd. I always loved it here. And then people would help one another. Then you trade work, you had a farm, you go help somebody today, put up hay, cut corn, whatever, and they'd come help you. I remember people would come up to our house one Saturday, cut wood all day and drag it out, and my dad, it was too small, then he'd go, next week he'd go help somebody else. So everybody worked together. If you didn't have nothing much, you go work with some of these people. They didn't pay you much, but they would give you some potatoes or a piece of meat or something like that. They would always help you out. It ain't a whole lot of that now. But some people still run out of places like that. We've come a long way in Florida.
Yeah.
We've come a long way.
Hello, I'm Lois Lemons, and I live in Floyd, and I went to Harris Hart School.
Well, my name is Harris Hart Lemons, and I attended Harris Hart until it closed. I don't know what year it was, but anyway, it was 19. What was it?
I don't know. Well, we stayed there until they sent everybody to
Christiansburg Institute.
Yeah.
And I went over there and I couldn't get along with the principal. So I joined the Army. I spent 3 years in the Army.
So you went to Harris Hart and then down to Christiansburg.
Yes.
So they had you at Harris Hart and closed the school and moved everybody to Christiansburg, or how did it happen?
See, that school just had 10th grade. It didn't go no further than 10th grade. And they sent those people to Christiansburg Institute, as far as I can remember. But like I said, now the younger elementary kids, I don't recall what they done with them there,
And see, your sister, they went to Christiansburg, and they graduated over there.
Well, my mother did, yeah. They stayed and graduated. But like I said, see, I went in the Army. I thought I didn't get in trouble with the principal there, so I thought I better get away. Yeah, because I went in service at 17. I went a half a year. I think I quit in January, I think. Well, see, the principal, us being out of Floyd, he didn't care much for us there, He just didn't want us over there. Because I don't know how many different times I wasn't told by him that you got a school in Floyd, go back to Floyd. And that's what he would tell us, sir, you know. And he was really hard. Wouldn't let us join into the football team or basketball, anything, any of the sports, you know. He wouldn't let us get in.
Just because you were from Floyd?
Yeah, because we were from Floyd.
You would see Bradford, Pulaski, and all of those went to Christian school.
But he wouldn't let the people from Floyd. And he called us Floyd County Ridge Runners. That's what he called us. But he wouldn't let us take part in no sports or no nothing there, you know. And he was something else, I tell you. He went on to Richmond to be something down in the school system. I don't remember what it was there. But that was after I was gone from there, you know.
Daisy is the first one that when they opened for the black kids to go to the white school. Daisy was the first one.
That's her sister.
Raymond went there too, Raymond Taylor.
He's out there too.
He's out there too.
And too, I was the bus driver that carried those kids over, you know. I was driving the bus here in Floyd County when all that happened.
What was that like?
Yeah, I'd rather not say. I'll be honest with you, I'd rather not say. But anyway, we were escorted by the sheriff's department and state police at that time. So. And two, I had to pick those kids up, drop them off 20 minutes after school had started and 20 minutes before school was out. I had to pick them up, you know, on the bus. See, that Harris Hart we went to, the schools, I don't know, they didn't have classrooms for the kids. You had 2 or 3 classes in one room. Just one teacher that is all they had there, you know. So that's one of the things I remember about it. And I do remember the night that thing burned down there, you know.
It's the old Harris Hart.
Yeah, the old Harris Hart burned down, and because I knew right then that they'd have to build us a school to do something with us there, you know.
That build, you know, the people are in over there on that hill now.
Oh yeah, that's a school board administrative hill. That's a new school that they built there, you know.
So the old school burnt and then they built that Quonset hut, that metal building.
Yeah.
Yep.
At Quonset, that's called the Quonset hut. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that thing was, but that was the reason they got that, you know, and all. And like I said, that old building, it burned down about 3 o'clock in the morning, I think. Well, yes, they didn't know who done it, but I think they found gas cans or something there, you know. So I don't know, but I think that's what they said there, you know. I know we rejoiced when it burned down, I think that. Because we knew we were going to get a new school there, you know. And so, I went to that new school after it was built, but I don't remember what we done before that.
No. You mean the administration building?
Yeah.
I went there too, because Mr. Cameron and CD and...
Yeah, I know they were all there, but I don't know what we done while they were building the school. That's what I know where we went to. We went down to Pizarro. Yeah, they shipped us to Pizarro, school down here in the country.
I went down there too.
Yeah, Franklin Pike. Yeah, Franklin Pike. Now, it used to be an old barn, I think, that they had. The farmers used to store hay or something. They kind of remodeled that thing, and I stayed in trouble down there too. So about that school there, you know. But anyway, we were sent out till they built the school back there. You know. We used to have to ride a bus down and get picked down on the bus. They had this farmer that lived up the road from the school. He supplied the school with milk. I remember them stopping on the bus every morning to pick up that big old thing of milk there, you know, can of milk we used to take. I'll tell you what, it was quite an experience, I'll be honest with you. I guess you might say I learned a lot from what we had to go through there, you know, so something else. We didn't have a football team. Only thing, we didn't even have a baseball team, did we?
You mean at,
That was our name.
no. We didn't even have the heat, we had wood stoves.
Yeah.
Don't you remember?
Cold, yeah, we had to go out we did have to go out and at cold,
We had wood stoves in the middle of the floor, remember?
Yeah, they had, I think the spring house down at the bottom of the hill there, wasn't it? We had to go down and carry that water. That's when the principal's punishment was supposed to get in trouble there, you know. When the current getting that cold in and cutting that wood and start the fires with there, you know. I guess a lot of people in Florida didn't know what we went through there. You know. I remember the books that we had to get, they were from the white schools here, you know, and someone had the pages throw out of them, and writing them. That's what we had to try to learn from her, you know. I guess that's why we didn't learn too much.
I'm Daisy Penn.
Cowtail, known as Raymond.
What is that, a nickname?
No, when I was going to school when we were little, my dad was Kyle. I'm the second, so he was known as Kyle. My middle name is Raymond, so now everybody calls me Kyle since he's died. But I'm kind of what's left of the Kyles. Went to Harris Hart Elementary, and then from there we went to Christiansburg School, and then we came back and graduated from Floyd High.
Okay, and so you were the first students to go when they integrated.
Yes, Well, there were 4 of us.
It was, yeah.
Clark and Ed, too.
Clark and Ed.
Hams, they were brothers.
Of course, one of them died.
Well, one's passed away now. But yeah, we went to, like I said, we went to Harris Hart till we got into the 7th grade. 8th grade, we went to Christiansburg Institute in Christiansburg, Virginia. You know, we had to bus about 44 miles per day, you know, back and forth. And 2, if we had any kind of activities that we were participating in, we had to go back again, you know. And then, was it 1960, when schools integrated, you know, of course we had to go to court and all like this in Roanoke, you know.
So we end up graduating from Floyd.
Yeah, Floyd High School in 1960.
And what was that like for you when you started going to Floyd?
Well, it was kind of like a little nerve-wracking in the beginning because we had to have the law and all.
We had escort and things like that because we didn't require or need it because we grew up here. We knew everybody first name base, and they knew us pretty much first name base. So, but they made it where it made the TV and the news every day.
Yeah. But I can remember them, you know, they throw pennies, you know, nothing really dangerous at us when we were going down the hallway and all. But most of them, you know, I knew around town, you know, that was real nice, you know. And some I didn't know, you know. It was something different. But we made it through fine. You know.
So a lot of us were good friends to start with. We played ball, rode bicycles together, things like that coming up. And as we got older, we even got a little hopped up cars. So cars and ball made you be friends anyway because you had that in common.
Oh yeah. It wasn't bad at all. It was worth it. You know.
I had one of the largest hands in the class. I wasn't the largest guy, but I never forget my mom and dad had to pay $5 more for my ring. Back in those days we had a 12 or 13, which mine was. You had to pay $5 more for your ring.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, of course you had tiny nice hands. I had milking cows and farm hands. I was a farm, on the farm, like, you know, raising pigs and chickens and cows, and you had to do that before going to school in the morning. So you really had to get up before daylight, and you had to really run to catch your bus or go to school. Same thing in the evening. We had some good teachers. I had one in particular, Mrs. Castile was my English teacher. And
that was at Floyd or at
that
Harris
was at
Hart?
Floyd. I had a thing where I try to always tell the truth, at least touch the truth anyway, you know. I still do that. And I got on it because I know she probably gave you a B or A and you deserved it. But she gave me a B and I told her, I said, I don't deserve a B. So she said, but I know how hard you work. And she was talking about not in school so much, she was talking about at home with the cows and the horses. We even had a team of work horses and everything. So I didn't do any homework, I didn't have time. Time you done that, it was 9 or 10 o'clock before you went to bed, or got ready to go to bed. So she took all that into the grade. And so she said, if you feel bad about it, she said, I can work it where you can come to class during the summer or take it over. I told her, no ma'am, I definitely don't want that. So it worked out fine.
That's great.
Because we're all Christians, we both go to the same church. We haven't been much more than half a mile from each other all our lives, really. You know,
Well,
as living and all.
Oh, well, I live right walking distance at the church.
Yeah.
I could just walk around, across the yard and I'll be right there.
What's the church? What's your church?
Mount Zion Christian Church.
And that's, and of course I live over near the school over there, so I'm there in 5 minutes I'm there.
Yeah, we don't have very few people that come, but I used to try to make it to Sunday school and, church. I can't find no excuses. No, I enjoy going, anyway.
I always tell people she was probably one of the nicest girls coming up. And I've told a lot of people, including the guys.
Well, thank you.
That's when, as we were coming up, they would ask me, who is that? And I would tell them who she was.
Well, after I graduated, I went to New York for a while, Well, really, my sister and my brother-in-law, they lived in Mamaroneck, New York. And then I found a place in White Plains, New York. I worked at a, department store,
Of course, I didn't do very well at it, but I went on to college. I went to college for 2 years. And I met a wonderful girl there and got married. And next thing you know, the following year, I had a son. So, but from the college, I went straight to New York.
You too. You both went to New York.
I stayed. She stayed longer than I did. I stayed there 10 years.
What made you go to New York?
Well, I only went, because I have a sister, that used to live up there. She and her husband,
It just wasn't good jobs and things here. And with what little education I had, parents they always wanted us to do better. They both in heaven now. I think even now they want me to do better and be better. So that's what they taught us. So now I've got kids, even got grandkids.
How many kids do you have?
I had 5, but I adopted 3 more we did at the time. Of course, the 2 of the ones we adopted would have been my grandkids, but we adopted them before they were born because the girls were in college and we knew that they wouldn't finish.
Well, I enjoyed going what length that I went. I just wished it could have happened sooner, but it was only 13 of us that went.
All told.
Some of them went to high and some went to Czech school, But I enjoyed it. I just wished it could have happened, earlier in the years.
If it happened sooner, it would have helped our parents more. Because our parents are one that really paid the price. They had to run more, do more, and do better. And it could be very expensive to them. So
Because they had to get you places
and they had to buy better things for us. We could wear shoes if we put soles and heels on, but when we started running and going to different schools, we had to have new shoes. We really moved up in life. It was as far as dressing and things.
Yeah.
I can remember I used to wear old jeans and mom would sew a patch on the knee if you tore your knee or something. Couldn't do that anymore.
Now, where could you not do that when you went down to Christianburg School and stuff like that?
Even Floyd High you couldn't. We really had to look our best and do our best. Of course, in the long run, anytime you're doing better or trying to do better, it pays. That's part of the life of a Christian life. You know, you want to do better and you want to be better. We both had good parents. She had lovely parents and I did also.
And see, our parents, well, like I said, it was only 13 of us, right?
Right.
So we had to go to court in Roanoke. I don't know how many times, our parents.
Countless times.
Driving to Roanoke is not cheap.
You know, to go to court to get all of this started, you know. But, like I said, it was worth it.
So it was 2 years you went to Floyd High School?
No, I only went 1 year.
I did too.
Yeah, just 1 year. I didn't have,
In fact, my last year I was at Central High in Columbus, Ohio. I was going there. And they sent for me request that I come back and go to Floyd High because I had been to a mixed school in Central High in Columbus, Ohio.
And they sent for you because you had gone to a mixed school, because you had that experience?
Experience, but we had experience here also because it's the same kids that we grew up with. You know, every one of them I knew them personally, first name, and just about every one of them I'd been to their house and they'd been to mine.
Yeah, I knew a lot of them too, around Floyd, you know.
Floyd.
I didn't live too far from town, you know, and which, you know,
What is the number?
they were real nice. I mean, you couldn't ask for better, you know, classmates. And then there's some I didn't know, you know.
Of course, there's always going to be some that you don't agree with, no matter what the situation is. Even today, you get some, you know. I don't really dislike anybody or hate anybody, thank goodness. I truly don't. I sometimes wonder why I don't feel, worse or bad. But I don't. I feel good about everything. I really do.
Well, I guess it was something new for us, and, it was something new for them.
So if you would say, would you do it again? Yes.
Yes.
The thing is, I'm like her, I would say we should have done it sooner.
Yeah.
From day one, not at the end, so we got in on the end.
Yeah, we got it in, because I only went 1 year, and I graduated, in 1960.
Okay, if everyone can sit so we can have grace, and then we'll be ready to eat. Thank you.
Let us bow in prayer. Most gracious, loving Heavenly Father, we thank you for giving us this opportunity to reunite. As we fellowship today, we give all the glory and honor to you. As we prepare to eat, we ask you to bless the food we're about to receive, that they use for the nourishment of our bodies and the filling of our souls. We ask you to guide us and lead us as we leave this place, and hope we'll be back one more time. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Right here in the blue. Once it gets down to about 5 people, a lot of people will be standing up, okay? Don't be hard-headed.
I'm Hari Burzens for the Community Show. Thanks for watching and have a great month.